Welcome back, Excellency. We are here with Darkside Academy versus FSU. I am once again joined by the amazing Shell. How are you feeling after that first series, Shell?
Look, Chief, I am feeling rejuvenated. That was a very interesting matchup we had against between Shadowblade Slash and Redefy Unleashed. This next matchup between Darkside Academy and Florida State FSU will be a little bit more evenly matched up. Darkside Academy is 4-4 with 4 points, tied for fifth. They have split all four of the best of twos they've had, and then FSU they're 5-3 with 7 points, tied for third. They split with Divine Ascension Obsidian, and they got swept away by Redefy Unleashed, our tied for first place team we just saw go crazy against Shadowblade Slash. So we're looking at a very good matchup between the third and fifth place teams here. I'm ready to get it started.
Yep, Samira, Thresh, Ivern, Tristana, and Seraphine being banned away so far. FSU gonna have their last ban of the first round as they take a little bit more time to think about this one, and they hover the Kais. There's going to be a Kaisa ban as the last ban.
Yep, Florida State does not want Wizward to get any of his picks in the bot lane, or maybe even this Pub. They don't want Pub to get that Seraphine. 3 bot lane bans. Swain, first pick for the side of Darkside Academy. He does have 21 games on Swain, 76% win rate on the champion. He is an absolute monster with this pick. Makes sense he gets it very first pick on blue side.
Yeah, I think Swain is that good flex pick, allows for a lot of flexibility for Darkside Academy, as Senna and Udi are going to be picked up by FSU, as Udyr did get through ban phase.
Yep, Udyr does get through ban phase, and we've seen what kind of wreckage he can do. You've probably already seen it yourself if you're out there in the Twitch chat. You understand how fast Udyr clears, how much of a monster he can be once he stuns you, allows for some follow-up. This Senna pickup could be going on to either Dump Truck or Rooster here. It could be either one, because it can be the fasting Senna or the more aggressive ADC Senna, depending on how you want to work those souls. But the answer is going to be Elise for Adrenaline TTV. Elise is not quite meta, but he does have an 83% win rate on it, even though it's not that many games in solo queue.
Yeah, Nautilus is also going to be picked up by Darkside Academy. This could be Wizward on the Swain, or it could be Inaro on this Swain right now.
Yeah, it could be in a row, but I'm almost certain that's going bot lane. They could switch things up though. But a Swain Nautilus lane isn't all that bad. You have a lot of good engage there. You can have a very safe laning phase if you so choose. Senna Tahm Kench is going to be the matchup. Not going to be a ton of kill pressure on the side of Darkside Academy without jungle presence there. Tahm Kench has the shield. You know what Tahm Kench does. He's a catfish. The ultimate pairing with Senna, we're probably going to see a fasting Senna here. I would not be surprised to see that. You don't see very much TK in solo queue, and you will not see it on the side of FSU. I don't think Dump Truck plays very much of it, but this is, I say, an A-tier niche kind of pick for the bot lane.
Yeah, Senna Tahm Kench seen quite a bit in pro play. Volibear going to be banned away by FSU, as well as a Fiora ban for Darkside Academy.
Yep. Now we're getting rid of these top laners. We did pick we both sides picked their bot lanes and their jungle. So we're gonna go ahead and try to pinch the pool of Padawan and Pandemonium. Not very surprising here. Now for the second ban for FSU, I wouldn't be surprised if we go ahead and see. Oh, there it is. Another top lane ban. Camille is a monster. Now both these players do play Camille. They're both very good at the Camille pick. Wait, that's actually a Shen.
Shen is.
Wow. This opens up a Camille pick. No, actually no. Darkside has to ban Camille now. You have to ban Camille because you do not want to get it through, and they absolutely do. There it is.
Yeah, very good drafting by FSU, knowing that if the Camille is banned by Darkside, not banned by Darkside Academy, that is a easy pickup, easy lane. Camille is just such great with the split pushing. Her laning phase is pretty good. FSU going to be taking their time, trying to find the perfect pick. And it's going to be Mordekaiser in the top lane.
Mordekaiser in the top lane, indeed, it's going to be a blind Mord. So we're going to see what Darkside Academy uses to answer this. Now, Pandemonium does play this Mordekaiser a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Padawan pull out. I don't even know. He does have the Mord himself. Maybe he pulls out a Malphite here. Maybe he wants to get a little bit more frontline, but I do want to see a little bit more sustained damage on the side of Darkside Academy, and it is going to be the Malphite picked for Padawan.
Yeah, there is so much burst damage at the moment for Darkside Academy. They have the Swain, they have the Lee and Nautilus. Might be turret dive potential in the bot side with how much CC there is. And Darkside Academy is going to pick up the Yasuo as their mid laner.
Yasuo at the mid for my man Evo in a row. This is all about really pick potential, dive potential, and in the mid lane, it's probably going to be a skill check. I want to see how aggressive FSU decides to get. Flame, Shadow, please show me something. Show me something. Is it going to be, what do we see here? A Nico.
Good lockdown. Has good damage. There's definitely a lot of good sustained damage for FSU, plus a lot of good pick potential with the Tom Kench, the Mordekaiser ult. But there's just so much burst damage for Darkside Academy. So many good knockups with the Malphite ultimate, Nautilus in the ultimate to combo into the Yasuo.
Yeah, there's a lot of good, like you said, knockups. And look, this is going to be a very interesting matchup. This is one where I think you do want to go fasting on Senna, so she gets a lot more of those souls. I casted the game where we had a Senna hit 100 plus souls in the first 18 minutes. She was just farming. She was going in lane, getting those souls while her support was taking them. You go into the jungle, help out in the jungle, pick up those souls when they get those kills, especially on those buffs. You roam around, help. You get lane swaps for a Herald. You make sure you're there for Dragon. You're able to pick up souls all around the map. If you're roaming and making these lane swaps, you're able to make a lot of really good things happen on a fasting Senna, and you can accelerate your soul take. That could be a very good win con, but this is going to be an interesting matchup. Yasuo versus a Nico. You can help yourself in self-peel. I mean, you can just use a Tom Kench to help devour Nico. She comes in, pop blossoms, and that could be a very good way to maybe counter-engage the engage from Malphite and Nautilus. But I think the burst damage on Darkside Academy, if they're able to get ahead, they might be very, very strong.
Yeah, I am more favoring Darkside Academy's draft, but we cannot underestimate the power of these OP picks. You have the Udyr, you have the Senna, both of them very well known for being extremely strong.
You say strong, I say annoying. But yeah, this Udyr if an Udyr gets ahead, and if you try to do what Shadowblade Slash did in our last matchup in the first game, and you try to contest an Udyr for a Scuttle Crab, you're not going to have a very good time. That stun comes out, you get that Phoenix stance, and you're just right there taking way too much damage. He smites the crab, you lose your life, he gets 400 gold, and to let the snowballing begin, I think if you're able, on the side of FSU, you got to get picks. You really have to get picks, and you have to allow this Senna to get a lot stronger. Now, as we get into the second phase of the bans in the client, we're going to see just who's going to be the one. Well, it doesn't matter who's piloting the Senna. All that matters is who gets the support item in this bot lane. So it could be Rooster, it could be Dump Truck. Doesn't really matter. We'll look to see what happens here. It is Rooster, though. It is going to be Rooster piloting the Senna.
Well, that does not quite yet narrow down if it's going to be fasting Senna or just ADC Senna, but we can assume that most likely they will be going with the same build with the Kraken Slayer into Rageblade into Rapid Fire Cannon.
Yep, that is a very, very strong build. Look, Senna loves that since now that Kraken does proc on her Q, that Rageblade is so strong. And once you have that Fire Cannon, you would just look. I've seen Senna's flash engage under a turret. Get that Q gives you that just amount, a little bit of sustain to keep you alive, keep you straight. You get back in the mist, in the shadows, and you just zoom your way out of there. You're able to disengage, as well as having the Tom Kench there beside you. All that gray health. I really want to see how this bot lane interacts with each other. I don't think there's going to be too much kill pressure outside of having some jungler presence, but I would be lying if I told you that was where I was most excited to look. Evo in a row, and Flame Shadow. I need both of y'all to show me something in this mid lane matchup. I want to see what a Yasuo versus Nico looks like. I want to see the 1v1. I want to see these solo kills here, but I have a very sneaky suspicion we are going to see Kaz on this Udyr making some very frequent visits to help out this Nico.
Yeah, I completely and utterly agree with that. I do think that this is going to be more of a skill matchup for Evo Inero on this Yasuo, and Flame Shadow just needs to play back a little bit, play a little bit away from these minions, so Evo cannot just dash around all around Flame Shadow. And I'm overall excited for this game. I do think that Darkside Academy has an easier composition to pull off, but if Florida State gets ahead, they can definitely win this one.
Oh yeah, 100%. Darkside Academy has a much easier composition to execute on. It's very straightforward. But yeah, I mean, look at the side of FSU. If this game is even in the mid game, you're ahead because you're looking at Senna getting more time. You're looking at Udyr becoming, well, Udyr wants to be ahead very early, but this Mordekaiser has really good pick potential. You have that AP getting built up. I actually really do think if you allow Florida State to stay on the map and you're not able to move ahead and push this Udyr out of his jungle, out of his, I mean, look, it's hard to do it. It's very hard to do it. Easier said than done. But if Darkside Academy can work their burst efficiently early on, you can neutralize this Udyr and you don't allow Senna to scale, you have a very, very smooth way to move on and win this game. If I had to predict, just based off team comps and ease of execution, I agree with you. I think it would go to the side of Darkside Academy.
Yeah, as I said, Darkside Academy's composition just a lot easier to pull off. But what do you think is the objective other than scale and get ahead for FSU?
For FSU, I'm not all that sure just how. Actually, I am sure. Look, Nico is Flame Shadow's second most played champ in solo queue. His most played is Ahri. His win rate on Ahri, 35%. So Nico is his second best pick, and he's not all that great in solo queue on his first best pick. So we're going to have to see if Udyr plays around him or if Udyr says, okay, look, I'm going to use my AP top laner to say, okay, we have a good damage profile, AD, AP, and I can make moves against this Malphite. He's very strong. He's a rock. He's literally a mountain. But if you can get your Mort ahead and get him very, very strong, have him get some good TPs, some good flanks, or just picks at objectives like the dragon, maybe second or third dragon, you can make a really good case for you getting some dragon stacking and making moves. It's all about Udyr. It's all about how Udyr plays the map and who decides to get ahead and how strong they can get ahead and how quickly they can get ahead to make a move and not allow the burst from Darkside Academy to really affect them.
Yep. With that being said, we are going to head to a short break as we get all set up for this match. We'll see you guys on the Rift. Welcome back to the Rift, everyone. Today we have Darkside Academy versus FSU, and right off the bat we see Darkside Academy 5 stacking, looking to go topside.
Yep, 5 men deep going top side. As we see a little bit of a line of scrimmage being built by Florida State. Well, you might catch this Mordekaiser out. Get a good hook off.
Ooh, Mordekaiser was not paying attention, is going to get stunned, knocked up, rooted, and first blood goes over to Swain.
That is so sad on the side of Florida State because they dropped a ward first. You could have moved. You could have just blew your flash. They gave you ample time between when that ward was dropped and when that hook comes out from a pub on this Nautilus. You had enough time to make a move and get on out of there. Does not do it. I think he's looking somewhere else. I don't know what he was thinking, what he was doing, but he gets killed, gives the first blood over to Swain, and that's going to make this lane even harder for Senna and for Rooster and Dump Truck, and it is going to be a fasting Senna, so I do want to see how they decide to make this Senna play in this game, and if Rooster decides to roam a little bit and get even more souls around the map and not just in lane.
Yeah, I would like to say that Wizward is already picking up that Sapphire Crystal plus another health pot, which is basically going to be a pretty hard lane to go against. No extra damage, but a little bit more mana. Nothing really weird on the side of runes. The only thing that we need to mention really is Padawan is running the Comet instead of Grasp the Undying, which means that he is going to be looking to poke out this Mordekaiser. But right now we are heading into a pause. We are not too sure, and there's nothing really to break down except that both junglers start in bot side.
Yeah, both junglers starting bot side. I think what happened was the Padawan may have DC'd or he was lagging a little bit, so we got a quick little pause in the action, but never matter. Let's speak a little bit more on what's going on here. Now look, for me, Wizward, I know Conqueror is the favorite rune. It's the popular rune on Swain. I won't lie to you. Dark Harvest, if you're a champion that can take Dark Harvest, I love Dark Harvest so much. You can get your W snipe off and proc that very, very easily. And it looks like we do have Padawan back on the Rift, so we'll get an unpause very quickly. But if you ever hear me cast and you see a champion that can take Dark Harvest or champion that has taken Dark Harvest, you're going to see me praising it or saying, you maybe should have taken Dark Harvest. It's just one of my favorite scaling runes, 100%.
Yeah, but I do think that Wizward running the Conqueror here in this more teamfight composition is going to be pretty good. Hook is going to land onto Dump Truck, and that's just going to be a little bit of damage. Dump Truck is going to be pretty tanky, though. Does have that Dorn shield, but Senna not as much. Already being chunked down to half HP, forced to pop a pot.
Yeah, forced to pop a pot right there. Say that 5 times fast. But Wizward was able to get that E off, bring them both back into him. But Pub was in the bush trying to get some bush priority, wasn't able to follow up. A little bit of trading top lane and some more trading bot as Pandemonium gets the better of Padawan on this mouth fight. But they'll both be just fine. Hold up.
Ooh, the Devour coming out from Dump Truck. Rooster is taking quite a lot of damage. Force the flash away is going to be ignited by Pubo. Dump Truck is going to be just too tanky. Is going to get rooted and pulled back. Pubo gets the root onto Dump Truck, but hits a nice Q. That hook probably would have ended bad for Pubo.
Yeah, that hook probably would have been bad, but was it just me, or maybe I don't play Tom Kench, but couldn't he have spit out Rooster behind him? Why did he spit Rooster out in front of him and force him to use both his flash and his heal there? W does get the hit off, and he's able to get a one of the stacks on his passive. Wizward is.
Do believe that the participant who is being devoured is able to choose which way they go out, and it could have just been a misclick from Rooster.
Yeah, well, there it is. He pays for it with both of his summoners, and this is a much better lane. Hold up.
Kaz is looking for something. Is going to be pulling on to Padawan. Pandemonium is not going to get anything. Being a level down is going to take a little bit of damage. Nothing else that we're going to see out of that engage topside.
Yeah, that's a good little engage top side, and it doesn't matter because Kaz is already 2 camps ahead of Adrenaline TTV on the Elite, so he can waste a little time there as he starts his back, decides not to do it, and wants to see if Padawan's going to push. I think Pandemonium's letting him push this lane in, And he takes the
but
bait.
here comes Kaz, is going to be Ghost. He gets the root, or the stun, excuse me, onto Padawan. It's just going to be running him down. Gets the second stun. Padawan taking so much damage is going to land the Q, but Kaz grabbing the kill onto Padawan.
Yep, and Kaz doing what a lot of these Udyrs do. You think you're gonna back, you're already very far ahead in farming these jungles. You think, hold up, maybe I can get my top laner to bait him in and let him push. And Padawan bites on it, gets killed, blows both his flash and his teleport.
Yeah, call Kaz Anakin Skywalker because he just killed Padawan. And another disconnect. We are going to be sent to pause again. A little bit more to talk about here, as Infernal Drake is going to be coming up in 15 seconds.
Yep, Infernal Drake going to be coming up in 15 seconds. We are going to see Kaz take his first... Wait, huh? Well, I'm not gonna believe what I see in the chat here. I won't even repeat it. But we do see Kaz get his first back here. He takes boots, so he won't get any more. We'll see what he takes up because he's still in the base right now. But yeah, Dragon's gonna be coming up very, very soon. Both top laners do die within the first 5 minutes of the game. Pandemonium allows himself to I didn't like what he did there, but Padawan does overstay, step up a little bit too far after thinking that Kaz was gone. If you let an Udyr get ahead, bad things are going to happen. Most of his bot lane, most of his blue side jungle is up, although maybe Adrenaline did come in and take the Gromp. The Wolves are up, but there's a ton of vision on the side of Darkside Academy, both in the river and even in the blue side jungle for Florida State, for FSU. So they're going to know exactly where Udyr is before Udyr even knows himself.
Yeah, there is definitely a lot of vision. I feel you on that. And there's not much else to talk about. There is just slight CS leads in certain places. Swain has not been able to get too much out of his first blood lead yet, with only taking a Sapphire Crystal, which isn't going to give you the stats to really kill the enemy, but it just gives you a little bit better laning phase. We are seeing ready checks in chat, and I believe we will be heading back to game very shortly.
Yeah, the Sapphire Crystal. Oh, go ahead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are back in game.
Wow, what a great countdown. Predictive as ever is Chief. The Sapphire. Whoa.
Ooh, Flame Shadow, force a flash away, is going to get rooted and stunned, and just barely going to get out of there with his life. Adrenaline TTV flashing in, is going to be taking the tower shots, does get the auto attack, does get the kill, but Tom Kench grabbing the kill on to the Elise. The root is going to land onto Dump Truck. Dump Truck is being taken out really low, almost sent to the garbage can. But Dump Truck is going to not take out the trash quite yet, as Kaz is looking to get some nice bear slots out. Pubo taken out really low, maybe taken out by the Rooster W in a row. Probably don't want to engage back on that. TP coming in from Pandemonium. The sun's going to land on Inaro. Wizard does land the root. The tornado from Inaro does land. Kaz is running down Wizard, gets the stun, is going to get hit by the W. He's doing a lot of damage, but here comes Adrenaline, is going to run right back into the members of FSU, into 4 members, and that is going to be a free Drake over to FSU.
Oh, this isn't a free Drake. This costs 3 lives, and I mean not 3 members. This costs Wizard his life and Adrenaline TTV his life twice. Yes, you did get the trade kill onto I believe it was Flame Shadow, but you flashed in under turret as Elise with Dragon up. And then what you do immediately after that is sprint back into the engage and die. Do you not know that Kaz is able to... Udyr just runs forward, ignores everything else, just runs through a 1v3 deep inside the red side jungle of the side of Darkside Academy and says... this is my house now. I walk in here, and he gets the kill deep in the jungle. I'm just very confused as to why we are flashing under turret with Dragon up against an ahead Udyr.
Just a little bit of a misplay, I would say. Nautilus using the Hex Flash just to scare away Dump Truck. And CSs are going to be going pretty even. 10 CS lead in favor of Flame Shadow, and quite a bit of a CS lead in favor of Kaz at the moment.
Yeah. 11 CS lead. That's about 3 camps for the side of the Udyr, and he is farming his blue buff as we speak. So he's going to have all of his camps up top side as well. Red buff going to be coming up in about 43 seconds, so he'll probably be able to get his Raptors, get the Krugs, and then make a move over and snag that as well with the Rift Herald, just in time for the Rift Herald to spawn with Pandemonium with advantage in the top lane.
Yeah, Rift Herald's spawning up very quickly. Pandemonium is going to have Prio, but most likely going to be pushing back towards Pandemonium. Ooh, and so far, Sword Boots being picked up by Elise. Yasuo opting to grab those 2 daggers. A very early Lost Chapter picked up by Wizward. Noon Quiver picked up by Rooster.
Yeah, a quick little Noon Quiver there. Oh, I think there was a root landed by Rooster in the bot lane. Nothing comes of that though. But we do see both Pandemonium and Kaz in this river. Maybe they want to get some vision, or they want to have a 3-man party in the mid lane. Just gonna get this Scuttle Crab. Nothing to it. No pings onto the Rift Herald. Kaz, what do you want to do here?
Yeah, I feel what you are throwing down right now. Rift Herald is going to be started up by the members of FSU, but it's going to just sense out that Elise is going to be in her topside jungle, so I am not sure if they keep on doing it. They are indecisive.
They don't care that Elise is right here. Malphite runs away. Elise has no say in this matter at all. This is Kaz on an Udyr and Pandemonium on a Mordekaiser. It doesn't matter. You say, you can come in here if you want to. Please, you are 1, 2, and 1. Hold up.
Ooh, Rooster is going to get devoured. Wizward does not have ulti yet, as Rooster does. That is going to be very good. Dump Truck does have ultimate, not going to have too many opportunities to use it except getting back to lane. Wizward is going to have to burn heal, while Pubo is going to be ulted by the Rooster.
Yep, he is ulted by Senna. Just gets those shields off so he doesn't die to that ult. But this wave is getting pushed in. CS is about even. It'll be a little bit more in favor of the side of Darkside Academy once this wave gets picked up. And yeah, we do have this Rift Herald in the possession of Kaz as we watch Pandemonium. He's all right in this top lane. He doesn't have to leave or do anything too crazy. I don't think there's going to be any tower dives coming anytime soon. But Kaz is on the Krugs. He could make a move and take on Pandemonium, or take on Padawan if he really wants to. Although,
yeah, have another Anakin Skywalker moment.
Yeah, although Pandemonium is not in any shape. Oh, here it is.
But the tower dive from Padawan, and Pandemonium gonna be sent to his own death realm.
Yeah, I said there wouldn't be a tower dive because I thought that Pandemonium would respect the ult from Padawan, or at least wait for Kaz to get over there and shadow him. So at least it would be a trade kill. You're able to stun Padawan under tower turret, or under turret aggro, and you're like, okay, cool. You're gonna die for this. You will get a trade off, and it'll be Kaz getting even stronger. He doesn't respect Malphite. He's now he's down 2 levels, and Malphite's gonna come back to lane looking pretty good with Merc Treads and Bombies.
I feel you there. Merc Treads are going to be very good against this lane. Lots of, CC. There is quite a bit of magic damage as well for the side of Darkside Academy. Next Drake is going to be up in 15 seconds. Earth Drake, if Malphite is able to get this Earth Drake, it's going to feel pretty good. But so far, FSU is going to have a slight advantage. Prio in the bot lane, Prio in mid lane, and just a little slight gold advantage as well.
Yeah, Prio in 2 lanes. Yasuo not even moving it. Now he makes his move. Do we start dragging? We do, and a TP's coming in.
TP coming in from the Malphite in a row is going to be just chased down and bear slapped by Kaz. Forces the flash. Kaz is going to be just running down in a row. Uses the ultimate onto 3 members of Red Team, but in a row, not in the best place. Again, member of Darkside Academy getting caught out by 4 members of FSU, and Drake is just going to be started up. Adrenaline TTV looking for something. Flame Shadow going to be using the Pop Blossom. Is going to get that large shield, but it's going to be taking a lot of damage. It's going to be eaten by the Tom Kench. The catfish saves Nico's life. But we
Not
could be
really.
seeing a little bit more here. Wizward is fishing for ease right now. Adrenaline TTV possibly looking to steal this Drake, but is going to sidestep the dump truck Q. Wizward looking for something, does land the W. Root stun does land onto Kaz. Kaz is just going right back in, grabs the rampage kill onto Adrenaline, and Pubo going to be caught out inside 4 members of Red Team. Wizward is going to be going into the demonic form, getting a little bit of damage onto Dump Truck, but Dump Truck is just running down Wizward at the moment. But without the Malphite, I do not think Darkside Academy could really stand too much of a chance in that fight.
And the big thing that saved Florida State there was that Malphite was going to teleport in. You see the teleport has been used, but he was interrupted by Pandemonium. Pandemonium was able to get him, I think he used his ultimate to keep Padawan from actually teleporting into that fight. And without the Malphite to have all that engaged, all that frontline for the side of Darkside Academy, we saw Florida State Esports have a really good stand at that Dragon Pit, a very good extended stand with Kaz being the superstar once again, and once again we see Udyr 4-0-1, an absolute monster right now, buying Swifties, getting very confident in his build, very fast, very confident, not going for a resistance based choice of footwear, but still with Pandemonium being able to stop that teleport, and then him being able to teleport down after that fight got a little bit elongated, that was the difference maker in that fight. Florida State Esports up 5 kills, 8-3, and we have about a 2K gold lead at about 14 minutes.
Yeah, but something we cannot forget about, Padawan has been farming this top lane like crazy ever since that last fight. Is going to be 2 levels above Pandemonium, have about a 40 CS lead.
A 40 CS lead for a Malphite, that's cool. How about a 40 CS lead for an Udyr? That's about normal.
Yeah, I mean, I was just about to bring that up. It is going to be 4-1 as well. Malphite not having as much gold, is going to be down about 1k gold on the Udyr, but up about 1.5k on his enemy laner.
Yeah, that's always great to see. And what's even better to see is that at 15 minutes, wait a second.
Oh, the stun does land onto Nico. Ulti coming in from the center in a row, forces the flash out of Flame Shadow. Adrenaline TTV, though, is going to get caught out by Kaz. And Flame Shadow stealing away that kill from Kaz. He did most of the damage, but Kaz secured that kill.
Another laner stealing the jungler's kill. What's new? Hold up.
Yep, ulti coming in onto Flame Shadow, uses the barrier, but Inaro dealing quite a bit of damage. Here comes Udyr, though. Udyr is looking for the re-engage on Inaro. Wizward just taking on solo. Is Dump Truck going to devour Rooster just to take away Tower Prio? Wow, there is so much action in this game so far.
Ton of action indeed. Flame Shadow was able to get a little bit more advantage in the mid lane by stealing away Kaz's kill. Kaz says, that's fine. You don't get a blue buff. No blue buff for you. The junglers in this league say, hey, if I'm the one putting in all the work, I'm the one getting all of the mana sustain and the cooldown reduction, or the ability haste as it's called now. But if we take our eyes to the bot lane for a second and look at Rooster, Rooster now has 66 souls, 66 stacks in the first 15 minutes. This is very, very strong. That means that this Senna has about 50 more attack damage, 75 range, and 30% crit. This is going to be a very strong Senna that's only going to get even stronger.
Yeah, Pubo taking quite a bit of damage, uses the shield, is able to get out of there. Adrenaline TTV is going to be down bot side, but spotted out by a ward, will not be able to get anything else out of it. Leandry's already picked up by Wizward.
Yep, Leandry's picked up. He did get the first kill, and he was able to be all right in these team fights, but he's so far behind this Senna 2-0-6. Already has Kraken, only has boots and the stopwatch. I wonder if Rooster ran commencing. I wasn't really looking at the very beginning. I don't think I saw stopwatch earlier, but it may have been. And but swaying with Leandry's is a very, very strong power spike.
Yeah, I believe that is a bot stopwatch, as I hover over it and it says perfectly timed stopwatch. Let's see, Malphite is going to also have his Sunfire Aegis Riftmaker being picked up by Pandemonium.
Yep, he's able to get that Riftmaker. While he is getting close, or about 50 CS down against Padawan. He was able to get the kill on him early on, but after that, the laning phase has gone very well for this very large rock, and we're looking at an Ocean Soul on this Rift. Kaz.
Ooh, Kaz catching out in a row. Adrenaline is going to land the stun onto Kaz, but Kaz is just running down in a row, and the Q from Flame Shadow just absolutely destroys him. The rune is going to land onto Rooster. Wizard taking quite a lot of damage. Kaz! Look at Kaz's move speed. No tower there, but there is a tower actually. Dump truck! It's going to get rooted, but Pubo taking down solo. Wow, and that's just going to be a most likely Drake going over to the side of FSU, having only about a 3k gold lead at this moment. Definitely a lot closer of a game than last round.
Yeah, a lot closer in terms of gold. Ooh, Wizard wanted to do a little something with that dragon over the side of the pit, but wasn't able to make anything happen there. As Kaz, the score line says 4-0-3, but he should be 6-0-3. Flame Shadow, he has 3 kills, 2 of them. They're not stolen. But they're stolen.
Secured.
Secured. I was just making sure the last hit got in. I didn't know if you were fast enough for that. As Inaro doing his little dash thing, as you know Yasuo's will do. The 0-2 start from Yasuo. He's getting close to his power spike. Keep an eye out for that in the bot lane. But Udyr has already hit his power spike. That's called the whole game, but he goes for the Turbo Chem Tank into Force of Nature build, making sure that Wizard is not able to really hurt him, as well as this Elise piloted by Adrenaline TTV.
Yeah, but Elise probably not going to be too much of a threat, as she is getting out of her effectiveness time. Elise, as we know, is more of a early game champion, wants to get that early game pressure, which Elise, played by Adrenaline, has not been able to get.
Yeah, the last thing I remember about Elise, hold up.
Oh, Kaz is going to be behind the bush. Padawan face checking it is just going to get run down. There is a tower there that Padawan is able to run to, so Kaz is not going to be able to get the kill, trying to help out his bot lane up in the top lane.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, Padawan, I don't know if you win this. Yeah, I know you're a rock, and I know you have the Sunfire Aegis right there on top of you. But yeah, I'm not really sure if you want to fight this Kaz 1v1. And I'm not really all that sure that if Adrenaline TTV comes over the backside, you actually win that one, because that at least dies immediately. Kaz forgets about you, kills your jungler, and it makes a move for the Rift Herald. That's not what you want to do.
Yeah, Flame Shadow gets the nice bamboozle onto Pugo. Pugo taking a little bit of damage from that Q, dealing quite a lot of damage. Pandemonium rotating down bot side. It is sole point at the moment for FSU. And I think FSU is feeling in a very good situation if I was FSU right now.
Yeah, the thing about being FSU is, yes, the gold lead is about 3k. That's nothing that's like too insurmountable in this game. But
Padawan gonna get slowed. He has to use the unstoppable force just to get out of there.
Yeah, a ton of pressure in this top lane, not letting this Malphite look. You played. Nothing happening in the mid lane. They said we let Pandemonium play weak side most of this game. That's not the case anymore. We're gonna come 3 deep. We're taking your turret. Get out of here. And as we do see Darkside making a 4-man push for this mid tier 1 turret.
Yeah, I mean, they're just trying to cut their losses at this point, try to grab some sort of objective, as they do not have any Drakes. Grabbing this mid tier 1 turret would be very nice, but Kaz is coming down, is going to get spotted out by Ward, is going to use the Ghost, is just running down Adrenaline, is going to get rooted, get stunned, and get hooked, is going to get the knockout from Pubo, but Kaz is too dang tanky. Dude, Blossom from Flame Shadow is huge, grabs the kill into the Nos. Woodward does go into the demonic embrace. I believe that's what it's called. Demonic Ascension. Flame Shadow is going to get eaten up by Dump Truck. Wizard taking a lot of damage. So is Adrenaline, is going to get slowed. The flash in from Pandemonium is not going to end up with anything, but the flash in from Rooster grabs the kill on to Wizard. Malphite does grab the kill onto Rooster though, which, I mean, 3-for-1 trade. You do get a shutdown. Padawan might be getting caught out here, but has the speed boost, has the shield, and is going to get out safely.
Yeah, the running theme, which that was no pun intended, but the running theme is Kaz being able to look. You're in Udyr, you're on the map, you're on the Rift. You find yourself in the line brush in the river. It's 4v1. Your team isn't near you, and he still decides to step forward. He steps into a 4v1, finds Adrenaline TTV on the Elise, says, "I want you." Able to stun him up, able to stay and survive in a 4v1 until his team, Rooster, Flame Shadow, Pandemonium, is able to come through and back him up. He does not die in that whole engage.
Yeah,
He's 4-1.
Yeah, Kaz is just unstoppable at this point. Next Drake coming up in 30 seconds. This is make or break time for Darkside Academy. If FSU is able to grab this last Drake and get soul point, it is not going to look good for Darkside Academy. The team fight composition for FSU is going to just be way too strong.
Yeah, way too strong. A lot of vision and posturing here. A lot of people in this tribe rush right here. We'll see if the side of Darkside is able to make a move. They have to.
Yeah, Dump Truck is going to be getting mimicked by the Nico. Dump Truck, the real Dump Truck, is going to eat a W. Drake is going to be started up by Darkside Academy. Kaz is here, just offering pressure on to this Darkside Academy team. The Nico is going to get hit, but the stun and the knock up, and Flame Shadow gets the ultimate. Padawan is diving the backline, but it's not going to be enough as the Devour comes in from the Tom Kench, saves the Senna. Kaz is running down this Elise. What is Elise going to do? Where is he going to go? And Adrenaline TV drops right back down onto Kaz. Double kill going over to Rooster. Pobo is going to be taken out. Kaz grabbing the ace for FSU, and the Ocean Soul into most likely a Baron for FSU. 23 minutes into the game.
23 minutes into the game, we have a 7K gold lead. Adrenaline on the Elise does repel and says, "You know what? I could drop pretty far away and get and run away. No, I'm gonna just drop right back on top of Kaz. I know there is no one even near me who has a shot at getting a kill. We can't secure this kill, but I'm done with this game. I'm gonna go ahead and drop straight back down." Kaz dies. Kaz is walking forward 2v1 into the tribe rush on the enemy jungle when there's a dragon up. It's Soul. He says, "I don't care about Soul. I care about kills. I care about their souls. A soul for a soul, and I get both of them." But it's not just him getting souls. It's also Rooster on this Senna. Senna has 102 souls, 102 stacks. Attack damage is 76 and a half, has over 100 range. I believe it's 125 range, 50% crit chance on this Senna. She has scaled 6, 1, and 10. Kraken, Rageblade, and that RFC's coming in real soon.
Yep, Wizard trying to just take a chunk out of Dump Truck, but Dump Truck is way too tanky right now. And this time, Kenshin will be healing that right back up. Pandemonium finally getting back up even in levels with Padawan. Kaz is so fast, gets the stun to Wizard, is going to get hooked and rooted and knocked out, but it's going to go right back in. Kaz is still really fast right now, does have that ghost. Wizard is going to use the Demonic Ascension, tries to do anything, but may step up a little bit too far, gets stunned by Kaz. Pubo just backing away, back away real slowly, and no one will get hurt. Pandemonium just walking right out of it, while Adrenaline TTV defends their last bot lane turret before the inhib turret.
As we do see Nico, Flame Shadow, just split pushing top lane by himself against the tower. I thought that Pandemonium was in trouble because Padawan on this Malphite did come from mid. Wait a minute.
Ooh, that is going to be a root landing onto Pubo, and Kaz getting the stun. So much damage. Pubo taking a lot. Forced to use the Lock of the Iron Slaughter just for himself. But Evo in a row taking quite a bit of damage. So that's most likely going to be turret going down in the mid lane. But the top side inhib turret is going to be going down. Darkside, you need to do something. Answer the Nico. She is at your base at the moment, and Wizard and Elise finally go into answer. Flame Shadow is going to use the ultimate. Wizard goes golden. Drellin TTV taken down to about half HP. Forces the flash out of Flame Shadow. Flame Shadow does go golden after using her Zanyas, but there's 3 members here of Darkside Academy. That is easy gold in the pocket of Swain. But what did it cost you? It cost you your mid tier 2. It cost you your mid inhib turret. And the unstoppable force into the Yasuo ultimate is going to net a little bit of damage. Kaz is way too tanky. Rooster is flashes over the wall, gets the kill onto the Yasuo. Flame Shadow being down doesn't even matter. Pandemonium sends Swain to the death realm. And this game is just so exciting. 5-21 FSU dominating this late game.
I think you will use the word that rhymed with the actual word this game is. Exciting? One-sided? Maybe closer to that. A 12k goal lead in 27 minutes. So here, look, earlier on I saw Kaz take literally 7 turret shots and he did not go below 1,000 health. Kaz took 7 turret shots and look at this.
Now they're just going for KDA as the Nexus is starting to get destroyed. Ultimate comes out, but Rooster just going to get eaten up. Is going to grab the root. And now Kaz is saying it is crunch time. Cheese it, crunch time. And just destroys the Nexus. Wow. That was a great game.
Very great game. And Rooster ends the game with 121 souls. This is the power of a roaming support Senna. In just 27 minutes, had the 2 items, but this is all about Udyr. And look, when you're playing League of Legends, it's just so very clear that, look, number 1, you ban the Udyr. I don't care if you see it or if you don't see it on their op.gg. I don't care if you don't believe they play it. I don't care what you think. If you are playing against someone else and you do not get to pick Udyr first, you ban it, because Udyr's a simple champ who does one thing. He runs forward and he kills your teammates. That's all he does, and that's all he will do. You do not want Udyr on the map.
Yup, the Padawan staying as the Padawan. The Swain actually dealing quite a lot of damage, almost as much damage as this Senna, dealing 20,330, while Senna only dealing 20,969 damage. Pretty nice. Any last impressions that you have of that match, Shell?
My last impression is that Darkside Academy drafted my team Yasuo in a row, does in the game 0-5-1. The Elise had really no shot at having priority or being able to contest Kaz on the Udyr. Look, this is a meta, and even last season, season 10 was a meta where you kind of have to play around your jungle. You want to get your jungle ahead because that's going to be how you get priority for your laners, how practice they can be getting these objectives. And look, the game ended, Adrenaline TTV was level 11. Kaz, level 14. You're not going to smite fight, even if you do get into the pit against this very strong team on the side of Florida State Esports. So I want to see a little bit better of a draft. That Yasuo, interesting, didn't work. The Elise, interesting little pocket pick. Ban the Udyr, and then maybe we can talk.
I completely agree with you. We will be right back after a short break with Game 2 of Darkside Academy versus Florida State Esports.